For a little context on what we've been seeing tonight, we're joined by our two political experts. Great to always have you guys on board with us. Progressive strategist Matt Rothschild, Brandon Scholz, and our Republican strategist as well. Guys, what a crazy night, huh?
It is one that I don't think we've ever seen in an off-year election, the spring election, in a nonpartisan election. It's probably the last nonpartisan election we're ever going to see again in the spring.
So what do you make of everything that you have seen tonight?
Well, it's a tremendous victory for Justice-elect Protasewicz, a victory for all the progressives and Democrats in this state who were sick and tired of getting beat up in election after election, especially with the redistricting. And the abortion issue was gigantic. That's what drove the turnout. You saw that the Protasewicz campaign ran ad after ad about abortion rights, and I think that was the thing that put her over the top. The other huge thing was the amount of money. We set all sorts of records here. 5 times the old record for spending in Wisconsin, $50 million for a seat on the Wisconsin Supreme Court. Extraordinary.
And Brandon, maybe that money was the bigger story than what happened actually tonight, because you weren't surprised by these results too much, were you?
No, we weren't surprised by the results, but for another reason as well. The money certainly drove, a lot of this race. But what drove the money was the issues. And Judge Protasewicz declared her position on a number of issues during the course of the campaign. That excites her voters. That excited her voters. It's clear, the results, because we usually have a 19 or 20% turnout. It's going to be way higher than that, and you could see her results across the state. Those voters showed up because of the issues Matt said on abortion, on redistricting, on the issues that she declared during the campaign that she was opposed to and she would likely vote against or rule against. That's never been done in a judicial race for the Supreme Court in Wisconsin and the appellate court, because they are there to listen and be fair. And so she has set a different standard for these races we've never seen before. And looking forward into the next elections for the Supreme Court and the appellate court, everybody who is going to be involved in this needs to be aware that that's what happens. These could turn out to be just like regular old gubernatorial elections where you beat up on each other on the issues.
And that concession speech kind of was, we've never seen anything like that before.
Holy smokes, that was awful.
It was the worst concession speech I've ever heard. No class whatsoever. Crybaby, sore loser, embarrassing. He ran an embarrassing campaign. He gave a really embarrassing concession speech.
Yeah, normally we don't even address concession speeches. They aren't worth talking about.
But this one was...
That was different.
It was way off. It was way off on the edge. It was way dark. And he said some of those things during the campaign too. And those are things that you could say in the campaign trail. But look, if you lose, thank your supporters. Take your lumps. Go home, get a beer.
There was no red bow on this one.
No, it was an unfortunate ending.
Guys, thanks for staying up late with us. We're always great to see you on.
Thank you.
A reminder, for all of your election needs, we have the updated results to more than 100 races on our website. They will continue scrolling at the bottom of your screen.